Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this simple tree farm that works for both oak wood and birch wood. This is the list of materials that you're going to need for the farm. You can have more than 18 floating agricarnations, but it'll just be a matter of diminishing returns. Or if you have less, it's going to slow the farm down. This is what I have found that works the best. But you need 18 floating agricarnations, 4 floating Rannuncarpus, 1 floating hopperhock, and 1 floating munchdew. I'm going to go ahead and start by digging out a 5 by 5 hole that's just 4 blocks deep. Then coming into the center, you are going to want to knock out this middle block. In it, you want to place a hovering hourglass, on top of which you're then going to place your first pulse mana spreader, followed by your mana pool, then your regular mana spreader with the potency lens on top. On top of this, we're just going to place a temporary block for now to work off of. Then from in the hole, you want to then place an observer facing up on all 4 sides of the glass. And then below all of the observers, you're then going to place your force relays. Below those force relays, you're then going to place the last of your 4 pulse mana spreaders. Then you're going to want to take your pulse mana spreaders and can link them up to the force relays. And apply your warp lenses. Quick note, these have to be bore warp lenses. You make them by putting a bore lens with a slime ball and a warp lens in a crafting table. You do not want warp bore lenses. They specifically have to be bore warp lenses. Coming up to the top, you then want to place 4 coarse dirt in the corners. And on top of the observers, you then want to place your 4 redstone repeaters, going around in a circle. And out the back of these 4 observers, you're then going to place your 4 redstone blocks. So you're making it like a line of sorts, so that the signal transfers along in a single direction. On top of those 4 redstone blocks, you're then going to place 4 redstone dust. And that is the main part of the contraption setup. You just need to link then in the direction that you're sending the signal. So if I'm going to draw a tree here, I'm going to want to link this force relay to this block and do the same on all 4 sides. And then you then want to pick a side for which you are going to do your storage on. And I'm going to say I'm on this side, and you're just going to want to knock out the same 5 wide row all the way down to the bottom. And the second block from the top, you're going to knock out and put in your floating hopperhock. Off of which you're then going to the right of which, sorry, you're then going to place an open crate with a hopper going into it. Below, then 2 blocks below, you're going to place glass going out in a pattern like so. And I'm actually change the side to a heavy weighted pressure plate. We're going to link our redstone up to lock the hopper when there's enough items on the pressure plate. Coming back down, we're then going to break out 4 blocks like so. We're going to place coarse dirt with item frames that then have saplings of either birch or oak, depending on which you're trying to farm. And then on top of that, you're then going to place your 4 floating Rannuncarpuses. Rannuncarpuses. Down the back of the hopper, you're going to place another item frame with whichever type of sapling you're trying to farm as well. So we're doing for birch. For oak, sorry, for oak. Next up, you're going to want to get your gem of the canopy, and you're going to place it in this corner beside the pressure plate. You're going to simply link the pulse mana spreader that is under the pool to the drum of the canopy. Next, if you want to take your remaining 2 hovering hourglasses and place them in corners that are not going to be in the way of getting to this gem of the wild, so that corner and this corner, and you're going to want to place in these 2 hourglasses 30 sand. So we're setting a 30-second timer that is essentially going to be a backup for if we ever have any blocks left remaining up here. In this bottom hourglass, we're going to set a 5-second timer that's simply going to say every 5 seconds shoot a beam to break the leaves. Then we want to go ahead and fill in a circle around the bottom here, leaving out this one corner block so that the pulse can still go through to the one of the wilds. And then we're going to create then a diamond shape, leaving this block empty as well, around our middle contraption, like so. Just filling in actually in its diamond shape, and these are just going to cause our saplings to grow faster. Then if you want to fill in the top over that to make sure there's no saplings falling in or other blocks that are going to clog up the machine. And if you want to fill in the top as well, you can then punch out this middle glass block we used temporarily earlier. We're going to link our mana spreader to the mana pool by just looking down the side of the block here. And then we're going to place our Floating Munchdew on top. And you're pretty much done. All you gotta do is kickstart the farm by using some saplings or dropping them down. Or you can't drop them down, actually, there's no mana in the Rannuncarpuses. If you want to go ahead and place your saplings, and then just use bone meal or something, or let them grow naturally, your choice. Let's go ahead and start putting mana into the farm, the Munchdew. Last thing before I get, guys, to avoid big massive trees like this, what you're going to want to do is just simply go up one, a non full block. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 9th block we're going to place down 4 mana pools. These are only required in the oak design. For birch trees, you don't have this issue of these ginormous trees. Then you kind of come on over to your Hopperhock and click on it with an infestation spore to make sure that it has a lower priority than the Rannuncarpuses, so they can place their blocks, and then place any storage container that you would like on top, and this will collect all of your blocks like your wood, apples, and sticks. I'll come back in about 20 minutes and I'll show you the results. Here we have the results after 20 minutes, guys. We have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, nearly 25 stacks of logs after just 20 minutes. Or nearly 75 stacks of logs per hour. It's pretty quick farm. And anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.